and he is going to be hard to catch up to because his fastball is between the low and mid 70s. A hot summer day today. Great to have you along for a lot of baseball. 22 games all the way up until Williamsport, PA. And they are in force today, bypassed because of COVID restrictions. And we're off. Pitcher versus pitcher to start it off. Nick Scheid leading off for Davenport Southeast Little League. Nick spells his last name S-C-H-A-I-C-H, pronounced Shy. Parents are Pete and Sarah, and he's a big-time Pete Rose fan.
Please return that foul ball to the nearest dugout. Thank you.
Iowa threw its normal routines earlier today, but an early breakfast, roughly 10 minutes after 7, according to the skipper, Dave McFate. That one barely misses, a ball and 2 strikes. Davenport Northwest, the last Quad City team to make Williamsport. Off the drop third, 1 out. That was a concern from South Dakota's management because of the fact that we throw so hard that sometimes, even with an expert catcher like Easton Riley, it's hard to get a handle on it because it's so quick to the plate. So you might see a lot of drop thirds in this game. Mason McFate, the third baseman, batting second. And already behind on a strike. 11 years of age, he'll be 12 on September 13th. Proud parents are Dave and Christy, the sisters Allison and Megan. And many are in attendance. So the Clayton Kershaw version of left-handed throwers in Little League on the mound today for Sioux Falls. That's a ball and 2 strikes. Outfield of Kerner, Bryant, and Alfson. Kenzie, Beitler, Menninger, and Gorsett. Third to first, Weir and Riley. Play pitch and catch. Mason McFate to be followed by the shortstop, Luke Martin. And Mason doing a nice job of fouling off pitches. And in this game, pitch counts are significant. So even if you can't get on base, the key is to try to work the pitcher as much as you can and drive up that pitch count. Once again, 1-2. Once again, a drop third, 2 outs. Back-to-back punch-outs. Now the shortstop wearing 44. That's Luke Martin. His dad, Dave, who's coaching at third base, one of the assistants. The first base coach is Jacob Everhart. In the dugout, the skipper, Dave McFate. Back to the pitcher. 3 up, 3 down. Good start for Sioux Falls. South Dakota will introduce their batters and the pitcher for Iowa Davenport upon our return. All South Dakota starting lineup. Team that has 6 500 batters or better in the tournament. Brecken Beitler first, then Brayson Fox, the second baseman. Followed by the pitcher Gavin Weir. Boston Bryant in the 4th spot. Noah Kenzie will hit 5th. Gunnar Alfson 6th. The manager's son, Hayden Gorsett 7th. Easy E, Easton Riley is 8th, and Bo Kerner will bat 9th. Nick Scheid hoping to have an inning like Gavin Weir had. Shy's a little bit different on his speed, but he likes to challenge people, and he will throw up on the hitters. He will try to get up on their hands and force them to swing at pitches that they don't want to swing at. So good battle of pitchers here in this one so far, and Brecken Beitler will lead off the South Dakota first. Ball 1. Brecken, age 12, parents Phil and Louise, who's a violin teacher. Count even, a ball and a strike. There's some mean classical guitar, we understand. Working for the stretch is Nick Shy. And as he takes something off of that, a ball and 2 strikes. 2 representatives from this region as well as Great Lakes qualify for Williamsport. And as we mentioned at the top, a modified double elimination format that we'll explain as we go along. Off the change, line drive, base hit right field. Good start to Sioux Falls, bottom of the first. First baseman Hendricks had a hand on it, but at first base unable to take it in. And so, Kason Mediger steps to the plate. Number 2 hitter in the South Dakota lineup. This one nearly grabbed by the first baseman Sean Hendricks. Kason grilled cheese Mediger. So what's his favorite food? Don't even have to tell you. Long look down at third base, and the manager, Mike Gorsett. First base coach is Devin Devo Alfson. And Jeff Riley, the name may sound familiar to folks that follow Little League. 2017, Riley led South Dakota to Williamsport and his 12 and under Little League team. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitcher Gavin Weir in the 3 spot. We'll bat next. Good to have you along. We'll have a lot of baseball for you, wire to wire, starting today and ending toward the end of the week. Clay Matvick and Chris Burke take over. Now 3-1. Good comeback by Nick Shy. It is full now at 3-2. Lifted to center field. Not a problem for Owen Everhard. 1 out. Now the pitcher Gavin Weir, and a nice job of Shy coming back after being behind the batter Kason Mediger.
Number 1, Gavin Weir.
His parents, Ronnie and Shannon, in attendance today. Both fired up about getting a chance to see their son play. Considered to be the quiet jokester of this team. Oh, and hit him right on top of the helmet. He appears to be okay. That's good. Runners down, first and second. But they will check him out just the same. As Devin Elson, along with first base umpire Jeff Vrabel, make sure. So after Weir waves off any possibility of leaving the game, here comes Boston Bryant in the 4 spot. Taking a strike, 0-1. Bryant wears 27. His parents are Tyler and Megan. Big fan of the Beatles. Getting back to the 60s. Double play to short, now into center field. It's going to score a run. Runners advance and a throw in, 1-0 South Dakota. Brecken Bartlett comes all the way around to score. Gavin Weir goes to third, and on the throw in, Boston Bryant to second. Another look. Hit hard. And maybe it'll score that a base hit. In fact, they will. There'll be a hit and an error. And so it is 1-0 in favor of South Dakota, and with Noah Kinsey at the plate, an opportunity now to bump the lead up a couple more. 0-2. Oh, Kinsey wears 17. Dad is Matt. Mom is Jennifer. Ask him what kind of favorite food he likes. He says mom's lasagna. Hands down. Noah someday would like to be a broadcaster in Major League Baseball. He now has a 2-2 count. Runners at second and third in the bottom of the first for Sioux Falls. Opportunity to bust out to a large lead. And the count runs full. Gunnar Alfson, the right fielder, is waiting to bat next. So Nick Shy already in a spot. Let's see if he can get out of it. Bases are loaded. Gavin Weir remains at third. Boston Bryant at second. Noah Kinsey now on to first. And here's the right fielder, Gunnar Alfson. This team didn't play many games to win its state title, but it hit like crazy. Gunnar Gun Alfson at the plate. Parents Devin and Heidi. Age 12. His dad says just has a great understanding of the game. And a pretty good eye at the plate, too. Part of his superstition process, or good luck, is to hug mom before the game starts. Behind a ball, 2 strikes. And hugging mom has worked nicely so far through the tournament, as they have made it this far. 2 outs, good pitch by Shine, he needed it. Now in the 7th spot, the first baseman, Hayden Dorsett. That one nearly down in the zone and just kind of handcuffed him a bit. Now here's Hayden. Bases remain loaded, still a good spot for South Dakota. But now there are 2 away. And a force available at any base. This inning has included, among other things, a hit batsman, a hit, an error, and a walk. Inning over. Good job by Shaw to get out of trouble after the bases were loaded. 1-0 after 1. Hey, Tom. It took Sioux Falls lefty Gavin Weir just 11 pitches to get through the Davenport first. He'll face the middle of the lineup, starting with Tanner Bitterman to start the second. We are on the road to Williamsport, Pennsylvania. 2 of the 7 teams in this region, the Midwest region, will qualify. The 11 pitches in contrast to the 27 that Nick Shy threw in the bottom of the inning. And yet Nick was able to get out of a bases-loaded situation with 1 out without any additional damage. Tanner Bitterman, big fan of actor Will Smith. Ball and 2 strikes. Can Iowa's batters catch up to the heat of Weir? 3rd strikeout already in this game. 1 out, and the Iowa second. His speed is between 70 and 75 miles an hour. He throws gas.
Sean Hendricks.
Let's see how Iowa tries to compensate with Sean Hendricks at the plate, batting in the 5th position. Not surprisingly, Weir gets ahead of just about everybody. Good ones usually do. 0 and 2. Sean's parents are Kelly and Christopher. Age 12. 3 pitches, 2 outs. So far, Easton, the catcher, hasn't had to move the glove very much. And while that pitch may have been out of the zone, another strikeout for Gavin Weir, his 4th. Here's Wyatt Frecking. Might have been his dad that started the tradition of spraying Axe cologne among the players prior to the game. Not only is good luck, but I guess as you talk to the coaches, as we did last night, the 90-degree heat and boys all together and on a bunch on a bus on a long ride Axe Cologne might work nicely. 2 balls, 1 strike. Anyway, it's become a good luck charm. Well, I could probably find some good cheeseburgers around this area. We're just 20 minutes or so north of the great city of Indianapolis, the state capital. On a great day for baseball. Off the 2-1. Back to the pitcher. That's how the first ended. So did the second. Couple of strikeouts, and then pitcher to first. Bottom of the South Dakota order in the bottom of the second. Sioux Falls second for South Dakota. Leading already 1-0 and pushing pitcher Nick Scheid to 27 pitches in the first inning alone. Easton informs us he can do a triple roll tongue, so he already is ahead of most of us, I would think. Good sense of humor, easy going, says his dad, who again served as manager in 17 and now is one of the dugout coaches. Passing along to his fellow coaches the advice of, and it wasn't baseball oriented because he said, hey, they know baseball, but with the COVID restrictions, kids are more quarantined this time around. Make sure that anxiety doesn't get to him. Riley takes a drop third, and there is now 1 out in the second. Find Little League on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at the official handles at Little League. Follow the action, join the conversation with hashtag LLWS. So after the strikeout of Easton Riley, which is number 2 for Nick Scheid, he faces Bo Kerner. Bo Capital Kerner, parents of Bill and Myra with 3 older brothers, 2 of which are twins, showing bunt. And evening to count at 1-1. If you're watching in South Dakota and in Iowa, you know you're in the Central Time Zone, so officially good afternoon about 20 minutes ago. But if you're watching in Murdo, South Dakota, and west of that, you're in the Mountain Time Zone. So you haven't reached afternoon, but good to have you with us wherever you might be viewing South Dakota and Iowa today. First of a triple header under relatively sunny skies. Rain predicted for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but it's the summer, and a lot of times it is hit and miss. When this tournament hosted softball a week ago or so, rain was predicted a couple of days, but it never came. But it will be hot. It's the summer. 2-2 to Kerner. Strike 3 call. More efficient inning for Nick Scheid. Here in the second, he has back-to-back strikeouts and has thrown just 9 pitches to get it.
The shortstop, number 5, Brecken.
So after
Beitler.
Mr. Kerner's retired, back to Brecken Beitler, who singled to right and scored. Talked to the coaches about Brecken and says he's a real spark on this team, and that's probably what you want from your leadoff hitter, along with the fact that he gets on base. And again, with 6 of the 9 hitters batting over 500 in tournament play, it is a huge asset. Combine that with the throwing of Gavin Ware, and you've got potentially a Williamsport candidate. Double elimination, though, so whoever loses this game is far from being eliminated. Ball and 2 strikes as Scheid wastes one inside. Tomorrow we'll introduce you to the Great Lakes region. Headed to center field and caught! Everhart with a sensational play. Owen Everhart prevents that from dropping in and maybe getting past him. That's an ESPN highlight. Let's move to the third. To the third on our Little League Baseball World Series coverage in the Midwest region. Davenport, state champions of Iowa, and Sioux Falls, the champions of the state of South Dakota. Here's Owen Everhart. And it's only fitting. As in Major League Baseball, you make a great play to end an inning, you lead off the next inning. Everhart with a dandy play in center field. His manager, Dave McFate, was telling us he has put a lot of time in becoming a great player. And you saw some of that ability moments ago on a superb catch in center to end the inning. But Gavin Ware has had the same formula in the first 2 innings. Punch out the first 2 guys and get a comebacker to end the inning. And he starts the third with yet another strikeout. He has thrown but 26 pitches so far. And it started early, getting Nick Shy, and then Nason McFate, and then Tanner Bitterman, and the list just goes on and on. To be followed by Sean Hendricks and then Owen Everhart. So 5 strikeouts of the first 7 he's faced. CT to the plate, Colin Townsend. Mom and Dad are Chris and Trish. Sister Mary Kate, age 11. Behind, no balls, 2 strikes. Checked his swing. Ball and 2 strikes. Tempted to go after it, though. See what Ware comes back on 1 and 2. Been very efficient so far in his pitches. As mentioned, 11 in inning 1, then 11 in inning 2. Been a great year for Iowa Davenport with 3 state champions of their 3 levels. 6 strikeout in the game for Gavin Ware. State champs in ages 10, 11, and 12. It's never been done before for Davenport. Another look at what Ware is dealing and what Iowa hitters are having trouble catching up with. Cale Shovelin at the plate. What a story this kid has been. He lost his baby brother, Braddock, baby Doc, at age 3 due to a car accident back in 2016. Coaches were telling us last night to rock the community with the family. So incredible. And the kid wears 22 because it was his brother's favorite number. And he wants to do him proud just by being out here and honoring him. He's doing just that.
Let's go, Gab.
If Cale can reach base, Nick Shy, the pitcher, will bat next. 1-0 game in the top of the 3rd.
Come on, Gab, one more, man.
After 11 pitches in each of the first 2 innings, Gavin Ware has thrown 15 here in the 3rd.
Near the stadium. Thank you.
Off speed and a beauty. Ware strikes out the side and is perfect through the first 9 hitters. Bottom of the 3rd, 2, 3, and 4 batters up for Sioux Falls. Welcome back to the Little League World Series on ESPN, presented by T-Mobile. My name is Jim Barber. One of the crown jewels of ESPN Little League Baseball on the road to Williamsport. Bottom of the 3rd. Kason Menninger, Gavin Ware, Boston Bryant are the scheduled hitters. For manager Mike Gorsett. Mike's the 3rd base coach. Told Richard Anderson of the Rapid City Journal, we're 14 strong with this team. Lifted to right field, and Townsend hauls it in, 1 out. By the way, Mike's day job is he is assistant GM of Sioux Falls Skyforce in the NBA G League. 18 years of it. Loves the job, and told us yesterday that Duncan Robinson, who was a free agent, undrafted, was part of the G League a couple years ago. He has just signed a $90 million contract with the Miami Heat, and Mike Gorsett is thrilled. Your dreams do come true. He also told us that he spoils his son, Hayden, who's already been on the floor of the Heat and familiar with a number of the players. Well, who wouldn't be spoiled, huh? Mike's team beat the Harney All-Stars on July 26th to win the state. Gave up just 3 runs in 3 games, allowed 4 hits, which meant Gavin Weir saw a lot of activity. Now Gavin ahead on the count. 3 balls and a strike. Pitcher versus pitcher. Whoa. Come on back, Mr. Weir. Count full. Home-plate umpire Tony Calcagno has always got the final approval on that call, unless he has to check with first base on a check swing. Count remains 3-2 in a 1-0 game. 6 innings unless we have to go extra. 7th inning played conventional like regular baseball. 8th inning begins with a runner at second base, much like the majors are now doing in the 10th inning. And that happened on several occasions last night in MLB. So we'll do the 3-2 count again with 1 out in the 3rd. And Weir is working up his counterpart's pitch count, just about to hit 50. 85 is the max. Three consecutive foul balls. Very good job by the pitcher, trying to wear out the other pitcher. After Gavin, it'll be Boston Bryan. If we get this far, Noah Kinsey. Boston has the RBI hit that put Sioux Falls ahead. Now 4 in a row. So pitch count now on this batter has reached 10. And we'll update you constantly on what the numbers mean in terms of days of rest, which will be significant. Going the opposite field to left. Tracking with the catch, 2 outs. So 3 consecutive flyouts by Sioux Falls hitters, 2 away. Boston Bryan, who singled the center, scored a run. Wound up on second base and was stranded there when Nick Shai was able to deal out of more trouble. Nobody on here with 2 outs in the 3rd. Each player is asked to fill out a biography for ESPN's television coverage, and by the time we got down to the question of, hey, what other questions do you have? You have some things you want to tell us, Mr. Bryant? He said, stop asking me questions. So we did. Turned 12 years of age yesterday. Belated happy birthday. Count goes to 3-1. Noah Kinsey waiting to hit next. Shai again continuing to work from the stretch. 12-4. Second walk he has yielded. He's also hit a man. And to this point has struck out 3.
17, third baseman Noah Kinsey.
Coaches have a dilemma here because you don't have to win the region championship to get to Williamsport. If you finish second, that'll get you a trip east and national television. And the dilemma becomes, how do you use your pitching staff, and do you worry about amount of pitches to get there? That one will advance the runner to second. And the reason being that we are allowing 2 teams from each of our regions to make it to Williamsport is because of the pandemic and COVID concerns. No international teams are allowed to travel this year, and therefore it's all United States teams participating in the tournament in the World Series in Williamsport. Man in scoring position at 2-0 count now on Noah Kinsey. Each of these communities, we showed you at the beginning, the 7, the Midwest region, and the 6 in Great Lakes. got great support from their fans and friends, financial support in order to allow for bus travel and hotel lodging and food and things of that sort. For South Dakota, got some help too from Christine and Adam Vinatieri. People around Indianapolis remember that name. Great field goal kicker, led the Colts to a Super Bowl, along with 3 more with New England. And his financial support, their financial support, as well as the community. Sioux Falls, very important. Identical for Davenport too, because it's not inexpensive to get to Whitestown. And most of these kids would prefer a nice air-conditioned bus to get here, and they're going to be holed up for several days in a hotel. Full count pitch. Left center field. That's going to drive home another run. Noah Kinsey has knocked one home. A 2-run blast. And it is 3-0 South Dakota. All after 2 outs, Boston Bryant walks, and Kinsey goes yard. Another look off the change to left center field and deep, and it cleared the fence.
For South Dakota.
So 3-0 in favor of Sioux Falls. And that might lead to a pitching change as we approach 65 pitches for Nick Shy. So this hot-hitting South Dakota team has hardly cooled off as they've reached Whitestown. Well, a change of pitchers, and we'll tell you about the new pitcher upon our return. As Luke Martin getting set to relieve Nick Shy. Luke Martin now pitching. He was the shortstop as Mason McFate moves into the short position. So in relief of Nick Shy, who pitched 2 2/3 innings and allowed 3 runs on 3 hits, walked a couple, hit a batter, and struck out 3. Good opportunity now for manager Mike Gorsett to go to his bench. As Upland Sonicson will pinch hit for Gunnar Alfson. 2 outs in the 3rd. Looking ahead to the Iowa 4th, top of the orders. They try to solve Gavin Weir, who has been perfect to this point. Coming up 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Central, North Dakota and Nebraska. Then the nightcap tonight, 7 East, 6 Central, Minnesota and Kansas, their state champions. Three balls, no strikes. Upland doesn't start very much, but as a pinch hitter, he has been lethal. Batting .500 and a couple of big hits in the state tournament. Parents are Joe and Morgan. Nicknamed Oppie. And on 5 pitches, he's aboard. So, South Dakota's inning continues.
Pinch hitting for South Dakota, number 4, Grayson Fox.
Grayson Fox pinch hitting here now. Comes the 6th hitter in the South Dakota 3rd. Iowa has Nick Shy, Mason McFate, and Luke Martin, the scheduled hitters in the 4th. Trying to get a base runner against Gavin Weir. Not been easy. Tough start for Luke Martin. Watch the 1st. And after he throws the ball disgustingly back into the glove, after the first walk, he's behind 2-0 here. Now 2-1. Just 5 games together for South Dakota, but it has been very efficient. and do a nice job of working into the count deep if allowed the opportunity. Don't chase a lot of bad balls. Here's a 3-1. Runners at first and second now, and the inning rolls on. So a tough entry right now for Luke Martin, and you can tell just by the motions he's made with back-to-back walks. Still a chance to bail out of the inning, though.
Pinch hitting for South Dakota, 13, Alex McKinney.
Third consecutive pinch hitter, Alex ATM McKinney. And why ATM, you ask? They say he's money at the plate. So Money's getting a chance here with 2 aboard and 2 outs in a lengthy and productive third for Sioux Falls. Ball and a strike. Back-to-back flyout started the third inning against Nick Shy, then a walk, a 2-run homer from Noah Kinsey, and back-to-back walks with Luke Martin, and that's a wild pitch. Runners now to second and to third. So a chance for Mr. McKinney to expand the lead. Now 2-2. Sioux Falls Little League, located some 741 miles from the Whitestown area. You can make it in 10.5 hours, assuming you go the speed limit. 2-2 pitch, and we'll do it again. In fact, when you ask the coaches to a man how long it takes, they'll give you your time. Then they'll give you their time, and what happens if they fudge a little bit on the speed. But just a little. Good block by Bitterman, and the count again full, 3-2. Luke Martin trying to deal out of trouble after back-to-back walks and a wild pitch. Base hit right field. It's going to score at least 1. Station to station baseball. It's 4-0. South Dakota. So ATM, money. It is indeed money with a 2-out hit to right. Scoring up Sonicson on the base hit to right. Grayson Fox now at third base with 2 outs.
31, Maddox Munson.
And another pinch hitter. Maddox Mad Dog Munson coming to the plate. 8th batter in the South Dakota inning. Runner going down to second. He is in there. So the stolen base for Alex McKinney. And they're in scoring position again. Mad Dog's parents are Drew and Chelsea. Says he will not eat 3 to 4 hours prior to the game. It's part of his good luck ritual. Big kid, age 12, stands 5'7", 140. RBI situation here. And Townsend continues, or rather Luke Martin continues to pound that glove, trying to find a strike zone. 21st pitch in relief. Good one there. Count 2-2, 2 outs in the third. Brecken Beitler about ready to turn the lineup over for Sioux Falls. And so Martin gets out of trouble. A lot of it self-inflicted, but allowed just a run. 4-0 after 3. Back to the top of the order for Iowa. Can it solve Gavin Weir? Perfect game for left-handed thrower Gavin Weir of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Halfway through game 1 of our extensive coverage here on ESPN Plus. 22 games before it all ends with Clay Matvick and Chris Burke on the weekends. Nick Shy, who started the game as pitcher for Iowa to lead off the Davenport fourth. Gavin Weir, to this point, retiring 9 straight, striking out 7. The 2 outs, comebackers to him. And ahead on the count. So what else is new? Beautiful off-speed pitch, but umpire Cal Cagno wasn't buying the crowd's support on that, so it's 1-2. It's a good-looking pitch nonetheless. Well, his fastball is brilliant. It's electric. When you talk to Devin Alfson, pitching coach, and Mike Gorsett, but he's got a good-looking change too. And you never know, his future could be quite strong in terms of how far he advances. Got a good battery made in Easton Riley. 1-2 again. Again the off-speed pitch. And strikeout number 8. So he came back with a change after throwing the change, and that's the second time he's retired Nick Shy. Just a gorgeous looking pitch. 8 strikeouts of the first 10, and Weir continues to be perfect. What do you think of all the great left-handers in baseball?
Alex Sullivan.
I don't know if you start or end with Clayton Kershaw, but this kid's got some good stuff. And granted, he's 12. Many years away from consideration for the majors, but he's off to a great start. Alex Silky Sullivan getting a chance to bat here and going the opposite way. Good contact there. Parents are Kathleen and Michael. They're 12 years of age on 12/12, no, December the 12th. 1 out in the Iowa fourth in the Battle of State Champions in our first game in the Midwest region. Nine strikeouts now, the first 11 he has faced. 3 2/3 innings, has not allowed a base runner, has not allowed a walk, obviously, or a hit, and he has fanned almost everybody. Luke Martin goes chasing there, strike 1. Even pitches out of the zone, and there haven't been many, are attempting to chase. Martin behind 2 strikes. He can Weir strike out the side again. He has mowed down 5 straight. Tanner Bitterman hoping to get a chance to bat here. It is 4-0 in favor of South Dakota, 1 in the first, and then 3 more in the third. The fastball and the change have been sensational so far for Gavin Weir. 6 consecutive strikeouts. Perfect game still in hand. Well, as Little Leaguers, they're all good-looking kids, and their lives took a major turn for the better. How about Brad Pitt? Played Little League. Zac Efron, Teen Choice Award winner. Tom Selleck, back to 84 and an Emmy Award winner. Jason Aldean, Entertainer of the Year. Luke Bryan. All played Little League and all went on to huge things in their lives. Might there be a few here that we might be seeing down the line. Third time around for Brecken Beitler to the plate. Who singled, scored, and flied out to center. So for the third time today, a change for Iowa. Colin C.T. Townsend will be the new pitcher.
Shortstop number 5, Brecken Beitler.
Got the win in the state finals, pitching an inning and 2/3, throwing 26 pitches, and getting the job done. Dave McFate, the manager of Iowa, calling on him here in the bottom of the fourth. Top of the South Dakota order for the third time today. Hit towards center field. Everhart over his head. Runner around first and now around second and heading to third. And it will be a stand-up triple. Second hit of the game for Brecken Beitler. Oh, and handled one earlier today. This one just took off.
Second baseman, number 3, Kason Mediger.
So here's Kason Mediger, who has flown to center and flown to right. Now the infield's got to come in and try to keep the score at 4-0. Well, the kid is nicknamed Grilled Cheese. Spent his time during the pandemic playing cards with the family. His brother Dane, part of the 13 and under regionals, state champions. 3 balls, no strikes. 2-run homer today by Noah Kinsey. RBI hit by Boston Bryant. RBI hit by Alex McKinney. And South Dakota's scoring is capped at 4-0, but there could be more coming. To right field, 5-0, South Dakota. It goes as right field to first base and an out. But an RBI for Kason Mediger, who reaches the outfield for the third straight time. Brecken Beitler scores. Nice play by Nick Shy and right to recognize that they could still throw out the run at first. It goes Shy to Hendricks, and now a 5-run lead for South Dakota. And right now, this play may be challenged. Heads up play by Nick Shy to recognize they could still retire Kason Mediger at first. The question now is, will the call be upheld? First base umpire Jeff Vrabel made the call. And this is one of the many ways the video replay comes into context during the course of the game. Call on the field is out at first base. The run still counts. Question is, was it in time on the throw? Close enough, huh? You see the first base umpire Jeff Vrabel looking at not only player touching base, but ball coming at the same time. So he certainly had a good angle on it and was pretty definitive about it. Now we'll see if the call is upheld. Either way, it's an RBI for Kason Mediger. Question now, is he out right field at first, or is he on board with a base hit? And that's the third time that Kason has reached the outfield in this game. Get a couple of challenges during a Little League game, and you can continue those challenges as long as you are successful. So right now, manager Mike Gorsett will use one of those to find out if, in fact, the call is official. And we're about to find out. Home plate umpire Cal Cagno will do the honors. So the first out of the inning is officially validated. RBI for Mediger, run scored for Beitler, his second of the game.
For South Dakota, number 1, Gavin Weir.
And here's Gavin Weir, the pitcher, who has a perfect game going through 4. Weir has thrown 51 pitches. He has struck out 10 of the 12 he's faced. He has struck out 6 in a row. He has been, in a word, splendid. Well, you won't often see a right fielder to first base assist and put out, but a lot of times right field plays shallow. So on a hard hit ball, as that one was, it's an opportunity to throw out the runner at first. And a nice move by Devin Alfson there. because that one was rocketed toward him. A big grin from pitcher Gavin Ware. Sorry, coach. Third pitcher of the game is C.T. Townsend for Iowa.
Go, Gav.
Winner of this game gets Missouri tomorrow. And the loser of this game will move on to competition tomorrow, or rather on Tuesday at 1 o'clock. Toward left field. 2 outs. Bryant Frecking with a putout. Boston Bryant, the scheduled batter. And 27 will step to the plate. He has a single, an RBI, and a walk, and a run scored. By the way, Missouri is the only team in the Midwest region not to play today. And of course, when you chat with the coaches, they would just as soon be out there this afternoon getting the bugs out and getting the tension away, but they have drawn a bye to what in effect is the second round.
Good night, B.
They will face a very difficult South Dakota team if this holds up. Iowa still has 2 cracks at them in the 5th and 6th innings. Now the 1-1. Had a good opposite field hitting by South Dakota, able to spray the baseball to all fields. Well, Little League baseball to both of the Dakotas is in some ways relatively new, especially South Dakota. 2017 team made it all the way to Williamsport. When Sioux Falls traveled from its home, it actually made a pit stop in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Saw a little minor league baseball. Stayed at the families of the Schmitz. Treated us some pizza. Pretty good trip. And while this may not be complete freedom for the kids and the managers because of COVID, it's been still a wonderful journey. Second hit batsman of the game. And with 2 aboard, Boston Bryant has reached for the 3rd time today. Couldn't get out of the way to this one. And so for the 3rd consecutive day, he is on. He crowds that plate too. That one got him on the back right foot. Now Noah Kinsey, one of the heroes of the game so far, has a walk and a 2-run homer to left. Five 0 in favor of South Dakota. In a couple hours, we will bring you more baseball, the 4 o'clock hour, 3 o'clock Central, between North Dakota and Nebraska, the state champions there. Hastings and Fargo.
Good night, Noah.
3 balls, no strikes. It was just the 2nd inning in which South Dakota was retired in order. Sent 7 to the plate in the 1st, 8 in the 3rd. And now here in the 4th, coming up on batter number 6. I'd admire the patience of Mike Gorset's team because it will take pitches. Almost reminiscent of the great Yankees teams where they would work you deep into the count. Of course, here, unlike MLB, pitch count is significant.
Number 2, Upland Sonicson.
So Upland Sonicson will step to the plate for the 2nd time. He walked in the previous inning, advanced on a wild pitch, and eventually scored. Boston Bryant, the runner at 2nd, and Noah Kinsey at 1st. Lifted to center field. And that's going to score a couple. And on the overthrow, headed to 3rd base, is Sonicson. 7-0 Sioux Falls. So far hitting them where they ain't. And that one all the way to the fence and the Dick's Sporting Goods sign. And Op Sonicson, who is a terror off the bench in the state tournament and district, continues to be so here today. Walking and scoring and now doubling a couple home.
For South Dakota, first baseman 14, Hayden Gorsett.
Here's Hayden Gorsett. Seventh man to bat in the inning after Boston Bryant and Noah Kinsey both scored. Ten-run rule is in effect here. It is 7-0 at this point. South Dakota still a base runner away from positioning itself to potentially ending this game early. This is a 1-0 game with 2 outs in the third and nobody on. When a walk, a 2-run homer, a couple of walks, a wild pitch, an RBI hit, and then a 3-run fourth followed. Count a ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the fourth. 2 teams in the Midwest region and 2 teams from the Great Lakes will advance to Williamsport. This is the first of 22 games on ESPN. And we are thrilled to bring it to you.
Good eye, Hayden. Good eye, Hayden. Way to battle.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Let's go, Hayden. Win it.
Hayden's ambition is to fly into the Bermuda Triangle, which his dad was amused about. That's the 3rd hit batsman. Let's see if he's okay. Stung that one in the back.
Breathe. You got it, bud. You got it, bud. You got it. Go, Kai. Go, Kai. Good boy, Kai Carlson.
This one will hurt for a while. So I got him right on the hip or the lower back. The Cobra gets a chance to bat here now, Kai Carlson. In the meantime, Brayson Fox will pinch run, it appears, for Hayden Gorsett.
Out there, Kai. Go get him. Bring him in.
And some medical attention right now for Hayden Gorsett.
Good job, Hayden.
As you know, Gavin Weir has thrown 51 pitches today. The question remains, with a perfect game going, and this one pretty much in hand, will they consider lifting Weir to give him ample time to come back in the next game, or will he go the distance or close to it? Runner heading down to second, double steal on. Runner caught in a rundown potentially. Throw back to third, into the outfield, is going to score a run. 8-0 South Dakota on a delayed double steal manufactures a run. So Op Sonicson scored. This is how it happened. Looked good for Iowa the way it was performed at short, but on the throw back to third, mishandled. And so Op able to score. And South Dakota has put 4 on the board, 8-0 now. So the Cobra is at the plate. Small game specialist, according to assistant Devin Elfson. And a nice thing here, because of South Dakota's comfortable lead, everybody getting a chance to share in the wealth. Off-speed pitch, strike 3 call. Inning over, but not before 4 more come across. 8-0 South Dakota after 4. Aiden Gorsett appears to be okay because he has re-entered the game at first base after being tagged in the back. Gavin Weir's numbers through 4. Pitch count comes into play for everybody out there. His numbers have been off the chart today, striking out 10 of a potential 12 that he has faced. 65 pitches does come into play here. He's still a few from that. And in the case of South Dakota, with victory pretty much in hand, they now have to start pursuing what to do with Weir, because they've got a comeback game tomorrow against Missouri if this holds up at 4 o'clock. And obviously Gavin is the ace of this team. But questions to be answered. Now even in the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes on Tanner Bitterman, who starts the 5th for Iowa. Part of a family of 8 brothers and sisters. 1 out, 7 straight strikeouts for Gavin Weir. Still perfect through 4 1/3, and now of 11, or of 13 he has faced, he has struck out 11.
42, the first baseman, Sean Hendricks.
Pitch count at 56. Sean Hendricks to the plate. Just a bevy of first pitch strikes so far from Gavin Weir. Jeff Riley, who managed the 2017 South Dakota team that won state and eventually won the region, said he reminds you of Marcus Phillips. Phillips had electric stuff too and threw in the upper 70s. Same thing for Gavin Weir, who works quickly. 8 consecutive strikeouts for Gavin Weir. He has been untouchable. 12 now for the game. Well, you know Missouri's paying attention to this and how well South Dakota has made the most out of scoring situations and also the pitching of Gavin Weir.
Pinch hitting for Iowa, number 13, Mitchell Holst.
Mitchell Holst is getting a chance to hit here and see if he can get to Gavin Weir. Mitchell's parents, Chad and Ellison, age 12. The skipper says he can play just about anywhere. Right now, the job at hand is to try to get to Gavin Weir. But nobody has. He has struck out the side for the 3rd straight inning. What a performance.
For Iowa in the top of the 5th, the runs, no hits, nobody left.
Welcome back to the Little League World Series on ESPN, presented by T-Mobile. My name is Jim Barber. We are in the bottom of the 5th, where South Dakota is about ready to punch a ticket to the winner's bracket, leading Iowa and Davenport Little League 8-0.
Bo Kerner.
Here's Bo Kerner to lead off. Bottom half of the South Dakota order, and then to the top we go.
Please return that foul ball to the scorers area located at the end of each dugout near the grandstands. Thank you.
Here we go, Bo. Good night, Bo. Good night. Here we go, Speedy.
South Dakota at this point just 2 runs away from ending this game with the 10-run rule in play here in the last of the 5th. Towards short. Likely goes a base hit. And so Bo Kerner, after striking out twice, reaches base. Catch all the excitement for the Little League Baseball and Softball World Series tournaments. Visit the first ever virtual fan zone experience. Visit littleleague.org fan zone. 2 representatives from the Central region here in Whitestown have reached the softball finals in Greenville, North Carolina, starting August 11th, which is in just a matter of days. Missouri won the tournament here, going undefeated, and Indiana finished 2nd. Brecken Beitler has done all you need from a leadoff hitter. He has singled and scored, and he has tripled and scored. Batting for the 4th time today, he is 2 for 3. Brecken played in a game where his team was down 8-1, and he had a grand slam, and they came back to win it. Tanner Bitterman handles, 1 out in the inning. Okay, we mentioned the situation that South Dakota is in, and in the middle graphic, it indicates one team with a lead of 10 or more after the 4th inning. Brings about the conclusion of the game. So South Dakota is right on the cusp of that here with 1 out in the 5th. Kason Menegers 0 for 3, but did collect an RBI. I guess you'd call that a ground out to right field. Ball hit so hard he was thrown out at first, but able to score Beitler, who had tripled. This one to right field, and they're not going to catch that one. A stand-up triple. Kason Meneger, 4th time today, has hit it to the outfield. First time for a hit, 2nd RBI, scoring Bo Kerner. It is 9-0. Well, he probably felt he got robbed the last time of a hit to right field. This time he made sure it would not be caught. And Gavin Weir has a chance to end the game with a perfect game on the mound, as run 10 is in the shadows. That will score the 10th run, and that should end it. It's a perfect game for Gavin Weir. Gets an RBI to score Kason Meneger. And what a great start for South Dakota. Gavin struck out the side in each of the last 3 innings. Only fitting he gets the RBI that ends the game. So moving on to tomorrow, South Dakota will face Missouri, 4 Eastern and 3 Central. And Iowa will wait just a little bit as it will advance to Tuesday's competition to play the loser of game number 5 of this tournament and a chance to try to stay alive. We appreciate you joining us for the opening act of 22 games on ESPN. Final score, Sioux Falls, South Dakota 10, Davenport, Iowa nothing. We'll see you at 4 Eastern, 3 Central here on ESPN+.